Hey Virgo, welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. Today's video is for the week of January 30th, and what I do here is just quick relationship readings, kind of get the romantic energy going into that week between you and whoever this romantic interest is in your life, whoever we're looking into. Pretty much a love reading to get you as much warning as you can rather than no warning at all. So these three here, I draw three for you to represent your love energy going into the week. And then I will draw three more to represent your romantic interest, whoever that person may be, going into the week. Now, Virgo, if any of this messaging doesn't quite make sense, if it seems a little vague, I do have another deck here for clarification. Sometimes messaging, I would say 99% of the time, it flows all the way through. It makes sense, it's clear, but sometimes something needs a little more detail. So, Virgo, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to go over what these mean first, and then we'll put it together and get a good idea of your energy going into it. Leading it off is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is going within oneself for answers. It's introspection, it's soul searching, seeking your answers. It's taking a break from the outside noise to get your own answer. And then you have Three of Wands, which is expansion and growth. It is building up your willpower. It is becoming more powerful in yourself. It is you gaining the ability to make things happen. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is wealth in the physical world. Wealth can be anything from your common things such as money, your home, car, your physical possessions, but it can also be your physical body, your appearance, your health. It's a lot of very specific but also vague things. But in this case, this is you wrapping your mind around what you are capable of. You are trying to build up the willpower to recognize your own wealth. This is a week, Virgo, where you are really trying to get an idea of who you are. This is you getting on both your feet and being as strong as you can. Virgo, you're going to be going into this week kind of probably feeling deafened to outside criticism. It's probably going to bounce off of you, which is a good and a bad thing. But going into it with a closed mind like that can be damaging. So keep those kind of things in mind. But what you're doing is for your own benefit. It will help you, because the only person that knows you better than anyone else is yourself. And if you find yourself kind of lost in the ether, if you feel like you're laying on your back floating in a river to nowhere, if you don't know yourself, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you stand for, then who even are you? You know? This is an interesting week for you. It might feel like an out-of-body experience, honestly, but it's something that needs to happen. Give yourself time to understand what you're worth, because I'm telling you right now, we as humans, especially in this modern age, always like to look at ourselves for what we want and what we don't have, rather than taking stock of what you do have. Because if you really stop and think about it, you probably got a lot more than you don't. Look after yourself, Virgo, truly. Make sure that you are caring for yourself. And with this energy, you're on the way to doing that. So Virgo, let's go over your romantic interest. Leading it off is the Two of Swords, which is the refusing of issues. This person has some insane flux, and let me tell you why. Let me go over the rest of these and you'll kind of see what I mean. They're not in a good space either. So they have the refusal of issues. They're refusing to see what's actually going on. Then they have the Knight of Wands, which is fast acting passion, their impulsiveness with their passion. They're moving quickly. They want it now. They're traveling quickly, probably faster than you can keep up. And then they have that Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is an ending but a new beginning. It's an old truth is ending and a new truth is beginning. Now, I'm using truth rather loosely, because there is an actual truth and then there is somebody's personal truth. A personal truth can be correct, but it also can be wrong. If a personal truth is, I believe that is a potted plant, and you believe that that is a sports car, then your truth is not the truth. My truth is the truth. So you have to think of it in that regard. If they're replacing something that is not right with another thing that is not right, that is still their belief, their truth. Got to keep that in mind. This person is making excuses, and they're moving too quickly. They're coming to conclusions too quickly. They're trying to wrap their mind around what's going on with you, and in their head, they're coming up with different scenarios. It's like a hamster wheel. But the faster that hamster wheel runs, the more dangerous it becomes. It's when we get in our own head, we make things out worse than they actually are. It's like hitting a pothole. You might think, oh man, that was a big bump. Now it feels like it's driving differently. The brakes don't feel like they're working right. It's shifting too hard, when in reality, you just hit a pothole and everything's fine. You're in your head, something happened that was unexpected. So now scenarios start building, and they're not voicing that because they don't think there's anything wrong with them. They're part of the problem, but they don't want to see that. So instead of working as a team, communicating, this person is being stubborn. They don't want to see that they're part of the issue, and they're going to make it worse in their own head by recycling ideas and building on them and making this huge web of bullcrap in their head, because they don't want to see, they don't want to admit to themselves that they have a role in this too. This sucks. And it's just no way around it. Your best bet, Virgo, for this week, your best bet is to just, like, even communicating with this person is going to be difficult, because this person is more than likely not going to admit that they're wrong. This person is more than likely going to project any insecurities that they have on you. And I guess that's not fair to you, because you're already in a state of not really knowing. I mean, the path ahead of you is still very veiled. Oh my goodness. Virgo, I know you have a lot ahead of you, but please, 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 the best thing you can do, really, it's almost the only thing you can do, but it is the best thing you can do, is at least take care of yourself. Use this hermit energy that you have, and do figure out who you are and what you stand for, and understand that while you may not think that you have the worth, believe me, you are more than you think you are. You have more to you than you understand. You got to understand that you are better than what you are giving yourself credit for. And this person, if they've been making you doubt yourself, man, they can go kick rocks. You're you. If they want to be a butthole, then they can go be a butthole out in the driveway. Whatever. You don't have time for that. Don't down on yourself, because they're not going to help you. They don't think they've done anything wrong. This person this week is absolutely trash, garbage, useless. Absolutely, in every way. So this is about you, Virgo. You got to build yourself up, plant both your feet on the ground, ball your fists. I am Virgo. Hear me roar. Because you need to have that confidence in yourself, or else this person is going to continue to think that they're doing nothing wrong. They know they are, but they may start validating that as being right. And if that becomes their new set behavior, you're in a world of trouble. It's really easy to learn new behaviors, and it's really hard to get rid of old ones. It really is. So keep all that in mind, Virgo, going into that week. Please keep all that in mind and take care of yourself, okay? You're worth more than you think. And with that, even though it's not in the best circumstance, I really do appreciate you, watching the video, hearing what I have to say with the messaging here. It does mean a lot to me that, you're taking time out of your day to hear me out. So, with that said, Virgo, I will see you next week.